What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and I talk about frugal living, fitness motivation, and minimalism. In this video, I'm going to be sharing how I budgeted for November. So let's get into it. So like Dave Ramsey says, every month is different. So you have to plan for that month specifically and do it at least a month in advance. So when that month hits, there's no surprises, you're ready for anything. You may have seen in my thumbnail, but I got a lot going on right now. So not only am I now in a new location from Alabama to Colorado Springs, I'm also pregnant. I'm 6 months pregnant, and the boyfriend and I are very excited. The family's excited. So a lot of new budgeting challenges going on. Good times. In addition, my sister is getting married in May 1st. And I'm the maid of honor. So I'm saving for that, like the room and the travel, all that stuff. So that's why a budget is so important, because it helps me put down on paper what I need to save for, what my priorities are, and how I need to space it out, long term. So let's get into what I did for my November budget. I get 2 paychecks a month. So I break down the budget for it in half. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is how much I'm getting for my first of the month paycheck for November. Every month, it's a little bit different. Like, it's never exactly the same to the dollar or to the penny. If you don't know, I'm active duty Air Force. I'm a paralegal. So when you start budgeting, this is going to be really simple. And everything I'm showing you how to do here, I am usually doing on the notes on my phone, because I always have it and I can look back and see, am I using more electricity than usual? Stuff like that. So this is really easy, breaks it down. You don't need a complicated Excel spreadsheet. The point is do whatever works for you, because everyone's different. Okay, so that's how much money I'm getting for the first of the month. So now I subtract my 4 walls. So your 4 walls are basically your necessities. So the 4 walls are food, utilities, transportation, and shelter. So those are your 4 priorities. So I mentioned this a few times in previous videos, but I pay for a landline phone for my house in Alabama, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So I pay for a landline phone. So if there's an emergency, she can call 911 or whatever she needs to. And when I'm putting exact to the penny numbers in here, that's because, for most of these, I'll know what it's going to be a few days before it's due. So it's easy for me to budget for that. So that's how much that is going to be. For groceries, I budget $150 every paycheck. So that's $300 a month. With a baby on the way and the wedding I'm saving for, I'm considering dropping this to $100, but it includes dog food. I help my mom buy cat food, shampoo, toiletries, laundry soap, stuff like that. So it's not just food. For this paycheck, I'm keeping it at $150. Electric is $59.59. So this went down. Last month it was $80. So that's awesome. This is the biggest money suck of this location. Y'all, Colorado Springs is the highest cost of living. I think it's competitive with Tampa, if not more. It's the town's really booming lately, it seems like. So anyway, cost of living is super high. I do get housing allowance from the military, but it's not a bonus. It's like just barely enough for me to get like the cheapest apartment I can afford in the area. That's basically what it is. And it doesn't even account for utilities. It's just rent. For the rent I'm at, the location I'm at now, this rent includes water bill, trash pickup. I have to pay $40 a month for Titan to be here too. So it's never exactly the same every single month. And it's a lot. So what I'm going to plan on doing going forward is like putting half of it aside every paycheck. So when the first hits, it's not taking like a huge chunk of my pay just for rent. Every month is different. So for this paycheck, I need an oil change, and one of my headlights went out. So I'm getting my headlights replaced and an oil change at the same time. And when I called to make the appointment, I just asked for like an estimate up front so I know how much to budget for. It's not going to be a surprise. I also asked, hey, do you have a military discount? Do you have a cash discount? You know, always ask for the discounts. Don't be like shy or whatever. It doesn't hurt to ask. If they say no, they just say no, whatever. With a baby on the way, I don't want to buy all the baby stuff like at one time. That just seems dumb to me because that would be like thousands and thousands of dollars. I do have an Amazon registry set up that I'm going to send out to friends and family. I'm not having a baby shower because I don't want to spend the money to set it up and throw one. And I'm in Colorado. My friends and family are like in Alabama, Texas, Florida. We're all spread out, so I don't want everyone to travel to Colorado for just a couple hours. So with this $187.34, that's how much I'm budgeting to spend on a changing table, some sheets for a crib mattress, and a crib mattress. So how I do this, like to get to the exact penny, is I go through Amazon like I'm ready to check out, and then it gives me how much it's going to be, like exactly. And I know that can change from like day to day, like the price could go up or down on some items, but this budget is just an estimate of some of these things. I just need to budget for it, and then that'll let me know where I need to put my money, right? So in the military, we have to have, like, I don't know if you're familiar, but we have like ribbons where we wear on our service dress, like our super formal dress. Not like the medals, but the ribbons. And mine needs to be updated. I need to add like 5 things on it. And we have several courts coming up. So part of that is wearing my ribbons. And this is how much it costs to get 2 ribbon racks. So I'm gonna have one for my jacket and one for like my blouses and shirts and stuff. Another thing I have to spend for military stuff. So that's how much that's gonna be. So gas, I budget $60 a month, or excuse me, $60 a paycheck. And if I don't have to go to like the hospital to get like baby appointment checkups, this is usually a little bit more than enough. We all know gas prices have been crazy high lately. So this $60 is just for me to get to work back home, groceries, stuff like that. I'm not taking trips. This is just bare minimum kind of situation. Okay. In addition to Amazon, there's a Dollar Tree really close by to me, and I'm budgeting $25 to get super cheap baby stuff from Dollar Tree. So after looking through some YouTube videos and stuff, I'm probably gonna get things like wipes, baby bottle cleaner. I'm gonna get some containers to put on the changing table to organize stuff. If they have pacifiers, bibs, receiving blankets, things like that. I'm probably not gonna get diapers or clothes or bottles from Dollar Tree, just because I don't anticipate they're going to have exactly what I'm looking for those kinds of items. And finally is the budget buffer. So some people budget a whole month's worth of expenses as their buffer. I just keep 20 bucks in there for a buffer. And then I just subtract all those expenses from this paycheck. So that is all I'm left with after those expenses and necessities come out of the paycheck. So that's what I'm left with. Like I said, so whatever I'm left with, I transfer it from my USAA checking to Navy Federal Credit Union. And the reason I don't have my paychecks just go to Navy Federal Credit Union to begin with is that I want to separate my emergency fund and savings from like day-to-day spending. I don't want to look at it as much, you know? And then also with USAA, I get paid earlier than I would with other banks. So we get paid on the 1st and 15th, but with USAA, I'll get paid the work day before the 1st and the work day before the 14th. So if it falls on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll get paid on that Friday. So I just like that better. I had to hit my emergency fund recently, and I don't think I need to do a whole video on it. Titan was due for his dental checkup, and they told me it would be about $500. So like, okay, so I set aside about $700. But when he actually went into the vet, because of his heart murmur condition, and he's 8, he'll be 8 in a couple months. They wanted to do some extra testing and x-rays and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, I was cool with whatever they needed to do to make sure he could handle being under anesthesia, to have his teeth cleaned and looked at and everything. While he was under, they realized that they had to pull 9 teeth. And when they were pulling 9 teeth, more teeth came out that were like loose or something. So altogether, 14 came out of his mouth. Like none of the ones he needs to eat and stuff, or his like canines on the top and the bottom, and his like large teeth for eating. All those were good. Just like the ones in the front and the top. Anyway, so it ended up being like $1,300 for like medicine and pain meds and the testing prior and the x-rays. So I had to dip into the emergency fund. So right now it's under $5,000. My goal is to have it $10,000 for emergency fund. So for this paycheck, based on how much I have left, that's how much I'm putting in the emergency fund. Also, within this pay period, Titan has a grooming appointment on the Saturday, like this coming up Saturday. And that's so $50 includes the grooming, haircut, and everything, plus a tip. And then I'm putting the rest in my Roth IRA. So every year, I think it depends on your age and stuff, but for me, my max is $6,000 a year I can put into my Roth IRA. Right now it's at $4,700, so I have until I believe it's April to put $6,000 in there. The key is compound interest. So whatever little bit you can put into your Roth IRA is good. Goal is $6,000. I do think I can make it by April. Hopefully that's the cutoff. So that's how much I'm doing for this paycheck. This is on my first of month paycheck. Let me know if this was too detailed for you, me explaining like every single thing. I can explain less going forward. But that in a nutshell is how I budget the first of the month. Now, let's move on to the mid-month paycheck. This is how much my last mid-month paycheck was. So that's what I'm going off of. If I get paid more than that, it'll go into savings, emergency fund, and if it's less, then I've got that little budget buffer. First thing is insurance. This covers my insurance for my Lexus that's sitting in storage, so it's only like $30 a month. My Toyota, my Dave Ramsey car, and then house insurance for my house in Alabama, and renter's insurance for my apartment here in Colorado Springs. I really confused USAA by doing all of that like all in one lump sum, but that is like all the coverage I need for all the things. So that's what that is. iPhone I got with T-Mobile plan. It's $55 a month. Phone is paid for, so I'm just paying for the plan every month. I think I have like an iPhone 7, so I'm keeping it as long as I can. Gas, budgeting $60 to cover me for 2 weeks to get back and forth to work and groceries and all those things. Grocery is $150 for 2 weeks, includes toiletries, things like that. So I have a hair appointment on the 11th. I got a hair appointment during the mid-month paycheck cycle. I think it's like the 13th, but my paycheck hits before that this round. So anyway, it'll come out of this paycheck, and the $100 includes the tip for like highlights. I've been on the fence of coloring my hair back brunette. You can see my roots coming in, but yeah, if something comes up and I just don't want to spend that $100 that paycheck, then I'll just call and cancel. But in the military, we have to keep our hair up to a certain standard, you know? So I have to either keep up these hair appointments or go back brunette. I can't like do a Shakira and let my brunette roots just go crazy. So what I'm going to do going forward, like I mentioned before, is to set aside half of my monthly rent, every paycheck, so that when the first comes, I'm not hit with, the $600 that I got to pay. So I'm going to set aside about half, just so it's just not killing me on the first of the month paycheck. CenturyLink is my internet, and I'm in a great area where I have really good cell phone service and data. So if my mom wasn't coming to my apartment to help me with the baby in February, I have strongly considered canceling my internet again. Yeah, I did this before in my debt-free journey, and that was 2 years ago. And with a baby coming, wedding, expensive living location, I am kind of back in that mindset, like that debt-free journey kind of survival mode kind of mindset. And I canceled my internet when I was going through my debt-free journey. I went through having like the DirecTV bougie stuff, all the way to no internet, like nothing. This is when I lived in Idaho. For now, I'm keeping it. Sometimes I work from home too, like on the weekends and stuff. Anyway, that's just something that's crossed my mind too, to save money. And then the budget buffer, $20. So that leaves me with $1,129.04 that I transferred to Navy Federal Credit Union checking. So the room for this wedding is, my sister's getting married in Cancun. So I've got to save for a plane ticket, hotel room, dress minimum. And the room is like $4,000. My mom's going to like reimburse me for half of that, and for the plane ticket. But this is like a room my sister wanted to get ready for the wedding on her big day, and I'm the maid of honor, so it's kind of like I'm doing it for her too, and it'll be enough room for my mom and I, and then my sister to get ready in the room. After I pay this $500, the balance will be $1,932. wedding is May 1st, and I think we have to have like the full balance paid by like March. But I just, I feel like it's a debt, right? So I'm just trying to knock it out as quick as I can. Putting $200 into the Roth. Putting $329.04 into emergency fund. And I'm putting $100 into a lifestyle fund. And by lifestyle, that is something that I'm going to be saving money for when it comes to Titan grooming, mostly Titan, like his vet, his grooming and stuff, but it's also for like my hair appointments. And I don't do this, but if I got like manicures and pedicures, lifestyle kind of stuff. So that's what that is for. It's something that I could cut if I needed to and put that money somewhere else. And that is all for the mid-month paycheck. And as you can see, I'm not saving for Thanksgiving. I'm not saving for Christmas. I'm not saving for New Year's. I didn't do anything for Halloween. No costumes. I didn't go out. I didn't buy candy. I didn't buy decorations, because this stuff is more important to me than a pumpkin. I know it's going to be more difficult once I have a baby, once I have kids. I can't really skip Christmas, but y'all, I'm not getting a tree. I'm not getting lights. My focus is on baby wedding. That's it. And the family knows that too. So we're kind of skipping Christmas. Like, I'm not flying. I'll be like 8 months pregnant. So I'm not going to be traveling anywhere for the holidays anyway, My mom is going to be coming here in February, and she's got some cruises in between now and then. So we're all kind of just saving our money for the wedding, baby stuff. That's pretty much what we're doing this year. And that's cool with me. And coming up, if you're interested, these are some other baby items that I'll be saving for and or on my registry. I'm going to be getting a nursing pillow, white noise machine, car window shade and mirror, hospital delivery bag, some onesies, stroller car seat, rocker, bottles, diapers, swaddle, pacifiers with clips, a bedside crib thing, diaper changing supplies, teething toys, baby wrap harness carry thing, a swing rocker, breast pump, and diaper bag. I know that the hospital will give me and this isn't everything. This doesn't include like my postpartum stuff or nursing stuff. But anyway, I know the hospital is going to be giving me a breast pump, but I'm going to ask them what kind, because it may not be the kind I want. And I've only got 6 more years in the military, so whatever more kids I might want to have, I'm going to have them all while I'm in the military, because we don't have to pay for hospital or baby delivery or any of that stuff. No medical stuff, which is nice. Okay. So y'all, that was my budget for November. Let me know what you think, if it was too detailed or if you want more details, but I didn't want to make the video too long, So real numbers, that's what I got going on. And I'll see you in the next video.